welcome back. We're doing a cut test on the Shirogorov Stellar. I'm so excited for this. I really want this knife to cut well. I want it to hold an edge well because I love the knife. This is the last thing that needs to fall into place for this to become in my top 5 favorite knives ever. It needs to cut well and it needs to hold an edge well. So let's see if it does those things. Starting off with the double thickness cardboard, not even messing around with the regular thickness stuff. The S90V here is supposed to be really good. So we're slicing amazingly well. We're going kind of with the grain, the easy way on that piece of cardboard. Now we'll go against the grain, and yeah. This thing slices amazingly. It's got thin blade stock, man, and a thin measurement behind the edge. I forget exactly what it was. It was around 13 thousandths, though, which is nice and thin. So cutting down on a flat surface for utility cutting, you're going to have pretty easy access to the tip if you raise up to get to it, and some nice belly to kind of rock back on. Oh, yeah. We're utility cutting through this thick cardboard super easily. Very nice. It's a fine tip. It's fine enough to do some detail work, but not fine enough to where you'd be worried about it snapping off. Cecil rope next up. Starting with the tip, rocking back on the belly, pinching that Cecil rope in between the sharp edge and the wood, popping that material very nicely. So far, so good. What's next? How about some tubing, some rubber tubing? Some 1-inch rubber tubing. Pretty easy to cut through. Just demonstrating how the knife works in different scenarios with different materials. The way this knife is ground is excellent. Like I said, it's a fine enough tip to do, nice detail work, thin enough to utility cut very nicely and cleanly, but not too thin to where you're worrying about breaking it. The full flat grind is really nice too. It's just ground. It's ground thin, man. It's ground to cut, to perform. Let's roll up this old leather glove and cut some leather. Oh, baby, look at that. Whew. Nice clean cuts. No, sawing back and forth, just one clean pull through, and it just cuts it. Very clean, very minimal effort. Hell yeah. Some strap. Let's get out this 2-inch strap. See if we can make it all the way through with one cut. Here we go. We got the blade length for it. It's about 3.5-inch blade. Oh, yeah, baby. Whoo, yeah. Let's see if we can do it a second time. Almost, just hanging on by a couple threads. That's awesome, man. I haven't had a knife go all the way through in a while. That's due to the geometry, the bitiness of the edge, and the blade shape. Next up, it's edge killer time. This is some really abrasive, very thick rope, and usually can kill an edge pretty quickly. So we'll cut through it once and see how our edge fares. Did a decent job cutting through. Not the cleanest cut ever. And let's get out the paper and see how we did. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What a relief, man. This S90V is good. It's good stuff. It glided through that paper. It didn't glide through as well as it did before we started cutting, but, still really easily cutting the paper. That's awesome. Now, I used to do more cuts on that edge killer rope. I would do like 2 or 3, basically until it stopped cutting paper. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that because what was happening was I would end up needing to sharpen my knives after that because it just wouldn't come back on the strop like it should, or like I wanted it to, because that rope had just killed the edge enough to where I needed to bring it to the sharpening stones. Not every time, but definitely on some knives. So that's kind of annoying. I don't want to have to sharpen knives just for the test, so we're just going to probably do 1 cut on the edge killer rope, and that'll be enough of a test. You'll be able to see how well it cuts paper afterward. I don't think we need to go until it doesn't cut paper. It would be better for you guys as far as getting information about the blade steel, but more difficult for me. I may still do it on some knives, but just this particular knife I didn't feel like bringing to the stones already. It's brand new. Look at that, man. Ugh, gliding. So good. I'm so happy. I love this knife so much. It's instantly in my top 5, maybe my top 3 knives. My top 3 favorite knives. It's so good in every way. It really is. I highly recommend getting yourself a Shirogorov. My last one, the Q95, was really good, but this is just another level. I don't know. Maybe they just put more time into the titanium frame or liner lock versions. I don't know. But whatever it is, this thing is incredible. It's a joy to cut with and a joy to carry. Thanks for watching.